welcome to another episode of Wade's Workshop. It's getting close to Halloween, so today we're going to be learning how to take this cedar fence picket and turn it into a jack-o'-lantern. The tools that I'm going to be using are an 18 gauge brad nailer with 3/4 inch nails in it. I've got an 1.5 inch Forstner bit. I've got a tape measure, a drill, a 3/8 drill bit, a bar clamp, a jigsaw with a scroll saw blade in it, a sander. I'm also going to be using my Mitre saw and a table saw today. So I went ahead and pre-sanded the fence picket, so it is ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, we got all our pieces cut out. So you've got the front and the back, which are 9 inches tall, 5.5 wide. You've got your sides, which are 9 inches tall, 4.5 wide. You've got your top, which is a 5.5 by 5.5. You got your bottom and the piece that's going to go inside the top to line it up when you set it on, because it have a removable top. These are 4.5 by 4.5. Yep, 4.5 by 4.5. And then I cut a piece that's 1 inch, and we're going to turn this into the stem. All right, well, our next step is to draw our jack-o'-lantern face. So get creative, have some fun. If you're not sure what you want to do, Google jack-o'-lantern faces. There's a bajillion of them out there. You can get some very simple ones, or you can get very complex. Just depends on how much cutting you want to do. So I'm going to stick with a fairly simple one. So let's go ahead and sketch that out. All right, one of the steps I constantly forget is to drill a recess in the bottom of the base for a tea light to sit in. If you put it all together and then remember, then you've got to figure out how to get a drill bit all the way into a 9-inch jack-o'-lantern, or you make a tea light holder and glue it in the bottom. Done that a few times. So all I'm going to do is drill a slight recess there to hold the tea light, and then we're ready to start assembly. All right, and the last cut that we're going to do is for the stem. So I like for my stem to sit slightly angled. You can make it straight up, doesn't matter. It's kind of a personal preference on what you like. I am going to use a straight edge though, to make sure that I have a straight line to cut on, so that it doesn't have any spots where it's not really flush on the top. And for the top, I'm just going to put a little curve. That looks pretty decent. So we're going to cut that out with the jigsaw. Safety glasses work better if you wear them. That is a little too short for my comfort. It looks pretty decent. So I will finish that off with the sander. Alright, I like that. Alright, we are ready to assemble. So I'm going to start with my face and one of the side pieces. I'm using Titebond 3 glue. You don't have to glue these. I do recommend it though, because especially if you put them outside, they're going to warp a little. The only reason I'm using Titebond 3 instead of 2 is because I'm out of 2. So I had some 3. Put a little glue on here. I forgot a towel. Ugh. Grabbed it by the glue. Alright, time to make the top for it. So the piece there is supposed to fit inside just like the base did, and you want it to fit loose. So if it fits snug, you put it outside and humidity hits, it swells up a little bit, it's not coming back out very easily. So I'm gonna have to trim this one down just a touch also. So let me do that real quick. Looks like both sides need just a little bit. Oh yeah, that fits nice now. Alright, so we're going to assemble the top. This side's going to be my top here, and then our stem is going to go here. So one of the harder parts is how to get the stem to stay on. It's not really hard, it's just takes a minute to think about it, and if you mess up, it makes it a little harder even. So what I found easiest is to take your top, flip it over. We're going to mark in a 1/2 inch on all the sides for where we're going to put the inside piece here. Okay, and then we're going to mark the center. Alright, so we've marked the inside with 4 lines around so we know where to put our alignment piece. And we've marked more or less the center. Easiest way I found to put the stem on to find where it needs to go is take a small drill bit. I know it wasn't in my list of tools. I'm just going to drill a small hole through here. Now I've got a really good reference on where to put it. So I'm going to make sure of which way I want my lid on. I want it this way, so I want this guy to sit just like that. Okay. I'll put a little glue on here. This is probably the trickiest part of this whole build, is to put a little pressure on this guy so it stays. I'm going to shoot a nail. The glue's going to hold that on. One nail's really all it needs. You let it dry. Once that dries, we can put our top on. So I'm just going to flip this over this way so that it don't bump off the stem. I'm going to take some glue, put it inside here. Alright, so we got our 4 reference lines to make sure we get this in the center. Put a couple nails in here. And now we've got our top. Which fits much better that way. Alright, next up is to do a little bit of sanding. Alright, and just like that, we've got a jack-o'-lantern. I'm pretty happy with this one. Face turned out really good on it. I'm happy with all my joints, and I sanded them smooth, so it fits really well. I did sand all the corners slightly so that they would be rounded over just a little bit so they wouldn't be sharp. And pretty happy that the lid fits perfectly on this one. So inside we've got a spot for our tea light. Definitely would not recommend using a candle in these. It's definitely a fire hazard. I'll put a link in the description for some LED tea lights that fit in these, and they flicker, which looks really good in them. And all that's left on this is to finish it. So you can do some paint on it, you can stain it. I think I'm going to oil this one just to see what it looks like. But overall, pretty happy with it. So if you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. Lets me know that you enjoyed it. And then if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. I try to put out content regularly, and with the holidays coming, there should be quite a few videos coming out soon. So thanks for watching. Hey, it's me again. If you decide to make one of these, I would love to see it. I've got social media pages on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, even on X. There's links in the description if you'd like to post pictures of it, because I would love to see them. And if you want to follow along there, you'll get a little extra content there as well. Thank you.